Welcome to Take a Break. Very often when we're traveling, we're stuck in really small spaces after we've been touring all day, been on the Camino, been hiking, and then we're like on a tile floor and can't lie down to stretch. So I'd like to give you some stretches after that long day of walking, climbing, touring, whatever, whether you were in good shoes or not. And one of the things I'm going to do is loosen you up first. So before you probably think, I'm loose, I've been walking all day. You're loose in one direction, right? You weren't walking laterally, you weren't walking diagonally, no, you were. But let's try to just loosen everything up and then take it into a stretch so you can relax for the rest of the evening. So get your head over your tailbone, nice soft knees, and breathe it up 3 times. Take it up and down, 2 more up and down, last time up and down. I want to take one leg out and we're going to do a diagonal stretch. So we're going to take it over with this leg out, gives us a little bit more opening there. Over, 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 over. Good. Make sure that you have your bicep over your ear and you're framed forward. So drop that arm down and make that frame. Grab the ear, take it across to the other side, and that arm can go back into its position. Good. Let's do that one more time. We take it over first. It's a curl down. It's rib cage toward hip. Then let that arm drop down. I want to get it established and then give it length. Good. And then take the ear and take it over again. And then bring it back to center. Let's do the other side. Take it out. Arm by the ear, and you're going to bring it over. And again, you're going to have different ranges of motion on each side because that's life. Nice. And then let the arm slide down. Give it just a little more extension. Put your hand over the ear. Take it back. Nice. And then again, inhale, exhale. Take it down. Good. Keeping your frame to the front. And slide it back up and take that over. Nice. And then slide that leg in. Good. I want you to roll your shoulders back. 8 times. 4, 3, 4, 5. So it's up to the ears. 6, 7, and 8. And then forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You may have been cross those arms and put those palms together. You may have been holding poles or shopping bags or grocery bags or backpacks. I want to just open up those shoulders very gently over to one side and then lift it up toward your eye. Nice. And just hold that stretch. Reverse it. Bring it down through the center and then over to the other eye. Nice. Lift it up and reverse it. And then bring it back to center. Then let those arms float. So what you want to do is you want to get out of the movement thing into a lightness. You want to feel lightness today. All right, put your hands on your hips, chest goes forward, pull it back. Now you're not moving your shoulders. You're opening and closing your rib cage and your chest. So when you close the chest, you pull the abs up under the rib cage, and then you pull at the transverse abdominal. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now soften those knees and hips come to rib cage. So again, we're loosening up before we're stretching. So we're trying to get 4 more. We're trying to get the joints open up and fluid. And 1. Now they might be loose already. Take it around in a circle. 1, 2, 3. But we really want to even them out. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to take the arms out and we're going to come into a twist. Bring the arm over the ear again and reach back. Bring it up again. Stay in that twist. Bring it behind and lift. Bring it out to those airplane arms again and to the center. Over to the other side. We're coming back into that back bend. You soften your knees whenever you do these bends. Good. And then bring it up and behind. Good. And then up and out to that side again. Nice job. So we're loosening up this top. So hands on hips again, and we go side to side, upper body over lower body. Because this part, you're holding steady as you're walking, right? You might be carrying something, you might be pulling. We want to just make sure that you're nice and loose in the top. All right, a most important part is our back. Everything that we do, goes to that back, from the shoes we wear to the way we hold our head. So from head to toe, we're affecting our back. So we're coming over into to halfway bend, and you're holding your belly button to the spine. What I want you to do is feel like your head is shooting out across the small space you're in. And then you're going to inhale to center and exhale to curl. Now, when you curl, I want you to let your hands go. Let them release. And then put them back on your shins for an inhale to set to neutral. Exhale to cat and let it release. Yeah, we're trying to loosen up. Inhale to center, neutral, exhale to release. And last time, inhale and exhale. Now I want you to pull up on each side. Lift and lift and lift and lift. And 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1. Now take the left arm over to the right shin and open up. So we're trying to do things that we can do in a little space. So normally you'd be out doing your yoga on the big mat, but I'm assuming you're between 2 beds in a hotel room maybe. And bring it down, and then right hand over to left thigh and open the left. And so we're trying to work with the space that we have, right? And then bring it back to center. You're going to curl yourself up and bring yourself up to the top. Now, for the next few, you might want to hold on to something. I'd rather have you hold on to stabilize yourself after moving all day, because you might just throw yourself off center. So we're going to circle out. Circling out is important. This is one of the best things you can do for your body. So we're going to circle knee forward, 3, 2, and 1, and then bring it around, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then knee comes out and in. Good. So we're working the hip flexor internal and external now. Let's do 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and lower that leg. Get yourself reestablished in your alignment and bring it up and take it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, hold on. 6, 7, and 8, especially if you've been moving all day. You might be destabilized in ways you don't know. 4 more. Breathing. 6, 7, and 8, and out and in, out and in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and here. So kick it out again. Shake that foot a couple times. Shake it out. Shake it out. Good. And then we're going to lift and lower to activate our calves. Lift and lower. Good. All right, so I'm almost done with the opening part of this, and then I'm going to get you into the stretching part. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2. And we just have our ankles left. Take your feet out and rotate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They did all the work. Give them love. Let's go. Other way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Slide it in. Other side. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it in. So now we're ready to stretch. What we did was we opened the flexors throughout the whole body, and we tried to even out our alignment. So starting with the top of our body, just take your ear to one side. Big inhale, exhale. Tuck it into that armpit, down to the chest, and bring it up. Inhale, exhale over to the other side. Inhale, exhale into the armpit. Inhale, exhale into the chest. You want to feel like your head's going across the room, not curling down. And then bring it up. On the shoulders, we're going to open our legs a little bit, arms out to the side. We're going to go across and sweep. 2. Good. Open all the way up. 3. I want you to feel like you're closing and opening this chest. 4. Close and open. 5. This also gets your scapula. 6. Good job. 7. Nice. And 8. And this would be thread the needle if we were doing it on the floor in our tabletop position, 1, but we're stuck between these 2 hotel beds. 3, 4, a very narrow space. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then bring those arms behind you and pull down. You're grasping those fingers together or just clutching the hands, pull down and lift your head up out of it. Chest is alighting to the ceiling. Nice. And hold the stretch. And we're going to counter stretch that by back of the hands together. Thumbs are down, shoulders are away from your ears, head is over tailbone, belly buttons to the spine. And bring it down to your hips. Now we rotated our legs out, and now we're going to do a stronger stretch into that hip. The foot just goes out. You come back into a one-legged glute, rotate the other leg out, and lift the toe off the floor. So it's a very shortened kind of hamstring crossed warrior 2 movement here. We have that open front and then that push into the other side. We don't have the space to do more. And then bring it back in, take it out to the other side, rotate the foot, go right back. Don't go to the side, go right back into that glute. Nice. And breathe into it. Beautiful job. We really value those hips. Now, I'm going to recommend doing that again. If you can't do the following, I want your legs forward in a wide angle and to drop your glutes below your knees, put your hands together and push into those thighs. Really lift your chest. You don't need to be curled over at all, right? And you're taking it down into this stretch. And this is really opening up those hips for those of you who can come down. I know this looks dangerous for the knees, but for a lot of people, it's easy because it opens the knees all the way up. The knees aren't compacted. So now put your hands down to the floor, inverting forward, and just hang. Really let gravity pull your back out. And release. Walk it over to one leg. Take the opposite arm, wrap it around your shin, and bring your chest down. Slow it way down. Not repeating, we're just going right into these deep stretches. And then back through the center. The other arm wraps around the shin and bring the chest down. Nice. And then bring it back to center. I want you to walk your fingertips out in front of you, just your fingertips, and you get the palm is lifted off the floor, whatever kind of floor you're on, and you're just feeling that side shoulder stretch connecting to your lats. And then walk it in and curl yourself up. All right, you are deep into those stretches. Again, I want to recommend that you hang on to something. We're going to put one hand up, the other hand behind you, transitioning to the quad stretch is sometimes not so easy when you've been inverted. But again, this is a great small space exercise. Bring it down and then over to the other side. You don't have to put the arm up if you don't need the counterbalance. Try to push the knee as close to the other knee as possible. Belly button to the spine. Beautiful job. And then bring it down. I want you to roll back on your right heel, lifting the metatarsal on the left side. And that also opens up the shin and the knee. So it's a really good exercise for that. Bring it down, other side, and lift the toes off before coming back. On the heel doesn't look like anything on the screen. So listen to what I'm saying. Good. And then bring it back. Let's straighten ourselves up. Drop our shoulders away from our ears. Let's open our legs just a little bit. Now, what I'd like to do is take you from that opening to that stretch now to a relaxation. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale up, exhale through the center. Nice slow breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Let your eyes start to close. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Nice. Then we're going to sweep it out to half circles. Inhale. Keep it out. Exhale. Soften those knees more. Inhale. Really relax the whole body. Exhale. Half circles. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then float side to side. Nice. We're ending out that day of work with a little bit of opening, a little bit of exercise, a little bit of soft movement, forward. Forward. Last one, and it's the center. Breathe it up and down. 2 more up and down. Last time up and down. I'm glad you had a great day. I hope this helps bring your body into alignment, rest you from the work you've been doing, and prepares you for whatever's in store for you tomorrow. Thank you for coming to take a break, bringing it down after a long day in a hotel.